Alright, I'm back, guys. Hold on. Hope you enjoyed that track. What the fuck? Why my camera up? Eh. Oh my god, it's been so long. My camera lens was still on. Bro, my lighting is garbage right now. Hold on, guys. Jesus Christ. Eh. God damn, I gotta get everything in order now. Look at my lighting. I gotta get the lights up. I get the lights up. Hold on. Uh, my mic should be good. What mic sound like? Does it sound weird? Does it sound good? I gotta set up my fucking. I didn't set up my shit. Okay, been busy. Just give me 5 minutes, guys. Hold on. Yeah, you guys like that trailer though? That trailer be hitting. That trailer. That's some shit I did. It's a homie. He's working on his comic, and I did a trailer for him. He paid me quite handsomely. Echo-ish. 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 You say? Hold on. Let me double check my shits. Um. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That should be much better now. That should be working quite well. It was on some weird ass mic. It was on this mic. It should be quite fine now. Yeah. There we go. Thanks for looking out, Crimson. God damn it. It feels good to be back. Okay, just hold on. I'm not quite decent yet. I'm looking kinda shabby. This mic is looking kinda shabby with the lighting. Lighting's not good. Let me set up my lights. Goddamn. Get this umbrella. They say you shouldn't open umbrellas indoors. They say it's bad luck. But I don't know that, when it comes to lighting, these type of umbrellas brings good luck. All right, all right, all right. Let's bring our light up. Yeah. Okay. Ah, hey, there we go. Okay, lighting's much better. Gotta, gotta angle this bad bitch up. Look, oh, this way? I know that should be enough. Shit. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. Up. Perfect. God damn. Been a while, guys. See, I gotta set up all that shit. It's been so long. I don't even got the music going. Just nothing's happening, man. But alright, we're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get the music in. Get the music in. Hey, look at that. I got some new themes as well, but we're gonna hit the got some new music themes, you know. I got the Rashid's theme, Street Fighter. I got Akuma. Ed. I got all the good stuff. Pop off that music. There we go. Drop it a bit. How are your holidays? Holidays were good. Holidays were good, man. Holidays were busy as well. God, it was busy in a sense that I was busy with my family. I had a lot of shit that I had to do with my family, and so that's basically what I was doing the whole holidays. I didn't get the time to work on shit the holidays. Okay, as soon. Bring it up. Okay. I gotta bring it down a little. I gotta soundproof this room more. I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? The neighbors can hear me yelling from like, you know what I mean? So I gotta soundproof this room is what I got. Also, the camera's a bit dodgy, eh? There we go. Frame rate's a bit weird. I think I fixed it there. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, what the fuck? Deactivate and activate it again. There we go. Frame rate, resolution, highest frames. No, I think 30 is, no, 30 is not fine. Nah, that's a bit low. Highest, go with the highest. And, just, damn, but it's just like, yeah. I think it's just having trouble keeping track. I think it's the lighting. Maybe now. Yeah. I gotta get better lights in here. That's what I definitely have to do. But I think it's working. It's just the camera obviously couldn't pick up my face. It's like, what's happening? Where's this guy? Where's this guy at? Just kind of looking for me. It should be fine now. Still a bit choppy. God damn, I don't know how to sort that out. Hopefully it doesn't stay like that throughout the whole strip. But yeah, look at all this stuff I've been working on here, guys. Look at all that panels. God damn. I'm almost done with the first season of GXD in terms of the thumbnailing part, you know. So yeah, we almost done. I think the episodes are halfway in. So yeah, we getting there. Definitely getting there. Yeah, let me just check here. Goddamn, I gotta get back into the swing of things. That's what I gotta do. I didn't even put up my vertical stream. My vertical stream still has to go up. Hold on. I gotta put this vertical stream on. Yeah, that's right. You gotta copy this. Got it. Oh, but I gotta add it another stream key, a different stream key. Hold up! Whoa! I don't even need to do vertical anymore. Hold up! Oh, but I didn't set it. I didn't set it. God damn. There's a vertical version for shorts as well now on YouTube. You can do like simultaneously vertical. God damn, that's crazy. But okay, for today we just do what we normally do. God, I didn't even know that. I didn't know YouTube be doing that. Damn, YouTube. That's cool. I don't know, and I don't have to do. I want to see how it works though. I want to see how it works, but Yeah, that's cool. That's fucking cool. Okay. But how do I get my... How do I get my stream key from here? God damn. Oh wait. Yeah. Did I get my stream key? I don't got no stream key. What? Damn, me trying to do this. What? I don't get one? Did they delete that option now? What the fuck? Why would they delete it though? Damn, YouTube bugging. YouTube bugging, man. God damn it. Alright. What can I do there? That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so then I can't do vertical. I can't do vertical stream. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Alright. Fine. That's fine. Okay, crazy. Okay. But now I don't have to like set up the vertical anymore. Like, hold on, like, but now I don't have to set up the vertical anymore because YouTube will do that for me. That's pretty cool. Damn. Alright, so I don't have to worry about vertical streams anymore. I think today we just do normal stream. Don't worry about the vertical. We're getting back into it, you know. We're gonna get back into it, figure shit out. We can come back with the vertical again. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because now there's literally a vertical option. That's crazy. That's crazy. This light sucks, by the way. I don't think this isn't the best light. Maybe we should actually...
Ist keine Option, bekämpfe die eigenen Dämonen und besteige den Thron. Es zieht sich wie roter Faden durch mein Leben. Große Taten, wenig reden, denn der Tod erwartet nämlich jeden. Muss der rohen Angst entgegentreten. Mein Herz rast, Erinnerung schmerzhaft. Doch was mich nicht killt, macht mich stärker. Spür die Kraft in meinem Innern, nenn es Kernkraft. Und die Kraft, die mich runterzieht, Schwerkraft. Atme ein, atme aus. Kein Zurück, nur geradeaus. Die Gaffer stehen am Gartenzaun. Wann zerbricht sein Kartenhaus? Der Druck steigt, Lunge fragt, wo die Luft bleibt. Blut, Schweiß und Tränen schimmern.
Do it like that. I gotta expose the light bulb there. Alright. That's what we're gonna do. My mic is also... God damn. What's happening? Alright. Damn, is that light too bright though? Too bright. Dang it.
Nach einer kurzen Glückssträhne folgen die Rückschläge, weil so viele dich fallen sehen wollen wie Hyänen. Sie trauen sich nicht zu träumen, rauben dir deine Freude, sie haben tägliche Leben.
There's a lot of crazy shit.
Doch nicht mal einen Tag würde ich tauschen mit diesen Leuten, sie fühlen sich
Alright, that light's fine. That light's fine. That might work.
Ich hab einen Traum, der mir was bedeutet.
What do you think of the Street Fighter movie? The cost for the movie? I think overall is good. Hold on. There we go. I think overall the cast is pretty cool, except for Andrew Schultz. I don't know about that guy being Dan. I would have chosen more of a comedic, like Asian person. Too bad. Like Jackie Chan, you know, is not up to stuff anymore. You know, he's kind of old now. He would have been younger. Jackie Chan, I think, would have played an awesome Dan. I think he would have been a cool Dan. But you know, because he has a comedic fighting style. But I mean, who else? Who would I? For Dan, the biggest gripe was with M. Bison just doesn't fit. M. Bison? Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, M. Bison ain't that bad of a... To me, he didn't look that bad of a I mean, I wouldn't have seen that guy as named Bison, but to me, it's not that bad of casting choice compared to Andrew Schultz, who is an American comedian with a mustache, completely out of what Dan is supposed to be. Dan Herbiki is is a Japanese guy, so like it's like weird, bro. He's casting this like American guy with a mustache for Dan. I don't know, it's just weird. Also, Cammy is British, but we got an Asian chick for Cammy, which is just another weird choice. I mean, there's a lot of like blonde British actors that you could have played Cammy. You know what I mean? Like pretty well known, probably out there, and you chose, I don't know. Although the actor for Cammy, I think she's pretty cool. I think I've seen her in a few movies, but I don't know. A lot of the casting choices, I feel like, 50 Cent as Balrog. I feel like, I mean, it could work, but I feel like that is just a name pulling thing. You know what I mean? Like they just got 50 Cent in there to do it because 50 Cent is a big name pull. You know what I mean? I would have gotten, I don't know. To me, like Ryu's actor is pretty like quite accurate. Ken's actor, I feel like, works for Ken. It's just a lot of who else? They didn't even get Sagat in. No one's playing Sagat. Sagat is completely removed. Like law-wise from this tournament, Sagat's supposed to be here. He's actually one of the bigger fighters in this tournament specifically that they're based on. If they're going by actual law, like Sagat is supposed to be here, but Joe replaced him. Joe from Street Fighter 1, who is literally, just a background character, but okay. So, I mean, a lot of the casting choices here are very interesting. Vega wears a mask, so who cares, you know what I mean? Who else is there? Dalsim looks pretty good. Honda looks pretty good. Yeah. You know who I would have gotten? I would have gotten for they probably would have went with Joe Rogan for something. But Joe Rogan's so short, bro. I don't think he would have gone. Like Joe Rogan is so short, he wouldn't be able to play something. You need a big Muay Thai guy. Like you could have cast a Saga, Batista actually. Because Batista is quite lanky and skinny now. To be honest with you, quite lanky and skinny. He could actually pull off the Sagat character. Because Sagat, the newer Sagat in Street Fighter 6 is quite lanky. He's not as like jacked as his counterparts were. So you could actually pull off that version of the character. Maybe just bulk up a little, but he had problems with bulking up. Like you just need a big Muay Thai guy. You know what I mean? Someone giant, just a giant basically. Zangief was perfectly casted. My man Zangief, perfectly casted. Like he is that guy Zangief is right. That's Zangief right there. You know what I mean? Like yeah, look at that character. That's Zangief. That's Zangief, no doubts. You know what I mean? Some of the characters just head on, man. They got them. They got them. Let me get Linda open. I need to render out some stuff for this shot right here. Yeah, but he has a name. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't see Joe Rogan as Sagat. Sagat has to be a giant. He's an actual giant. So like a very lanky giant. So yeah, you're gonna have to get someone else to play that guy. Like you could have even get you could have find an Asian basketball player, because there's some giant ass Asian basketball players, and they'll shave that guy's head, put on an eye patch, you got your Sagat right there, man. God damn. Like the problem is they threw to pull people into seats, they threw from the names, you know what I mean? I can't see him as Sagat. But judging from how they went with the cast, Cody Rhodes was a good pick for Paul? You mean for Guile? You mean? Yeah, Cody Rhodes. I think was actually not a bad choice actually. I think actually, to be honest with you, John Cena would have actually been a much better pick for Guile, but the hair works for Cody Rhodes better than it would on John Cena, I think. So I mean, that's fine. I mean, Cody Rhodes has a really blonde hair, kind of matches his shit, you know. But I feel like John Cena could have also pulled it off because Guile's jacked. He's fucking juiced up, you know what I mean? So like, I think John Cena could have even pulled it off, to be honest with you. And he has that baby face, you know what I mean? He got that baby face, so he would have probably pulled it off. But you know, I think Cody Rhodes was a good pick because he is kind of kind of carrying WWE on his back right now. You know, the wrestling peeps on his back. You know, they could have added how big is Kenny? Kenny Omega is a wrestler. He's a very big Street Fighter fan as well. I wonder who they could have casted him. They could have taken him and casted him as someone. With Paul, yeah. Yeah, don't worry, I got you. I know what you mean. You guys can see what I'm doing, kind of matching up the shot here. We're gonna have to actually go further in here. What scene are you working on right now? This is for my comic. Render that baby up. I'm gonna have to bump some stuff up here. But I think this will work. This will work. Okay, and let me move this guy over here. But yeah, man, that's gonna be an interesting movie to watch. I definitely like that they're not taking it too seriously. They're just, you know, being wild with it, like Street Fighter is supposed to be wild. So I'm glad. I wish Tekken would have gotten the same treatment, but I think the latest Tekken movie they did was actually not that bad, to be honest with you. Maybe they just shouldn't. They shouldn't maybe do live action. Maybe that's just what they shouldn't do with these type of fighting games because things get wild. Let's see. Oh yeah, there. I'll put it over here. Oh wait, open this up. Perfect. I want to actually just move my mic over here. So it's not in my way. Are you making a live action? But yeah, they're making a live action for Dragon Ball Z. Again, not sure if it's true or not. Yeah, I don't know. Why do they do that? Dragon Ball Z is way too wild to make a live action. Even with all the CGI and shit we have, like the only way you'll be able to make a really good live action is if like you have a giant ass budget, like Avatar like budget, that I don't think anyone's gonna waste on Dragon Ball Z like that. I mean, they released the anime version of the Broly movie. They released that in cinemas, and it killed. It did a really good amount of money. Like, why wouldn't you just do that again? If you're gonna do a DBC movie, just do it like that again. You know what I mean? Because yeah, the live action ain't doing too well, but the animated stuff went crazy. And there's so much stuff you can do with Dragon Ball Z that you can make a movie out of. You know what? Actually, in order to be cool to do a live action about the Future Trunks' timeline. That aspect of Dragon Ball Z, you can do some really cool stuff in live action with that. Because it's dark, it's gritty, there's not a lot of people around because the city is like messed up. And so you have fewer like characters. There's not a lot that you have to put in CGI wise or like set wise and stuff like that. Like you can actually go off on that. You can do some really crazy stuff. I feel like even on a low budget, just telling the live action, telling like Trunks' future, his timeline basically, just telling that story. You can actually do some really cool stuff. You can even do a story with you can do before just as Goku dies in that timeline, when he immediately dies and everything goes to shit. You can do that portion before Gohan dies. Just before Gohan dies, you can do a pretty good live action. Don't give them ideas. No, I'm serious. You can do a really good live action, because here's the reason why I guarantee you can do a good live action with that movie, because there's not a lot going on, and like the actual hero shots that you need for the movie, because the final battle of that movie is gonna be the two androids, Gohan and Trunks. That scene where Gohan dies basically and Trunks unlocks his Super Saiyan, you can do it. They can, but they will all ruin. No, they won't ruin it. If the person making the movie, they just have to hire the right person. That's the only thing they have to do. The problem with all these movies, with anime movies, is you're not hiring the right people. I mean, look at the One Piece live action series. It's doing very well. The cast is actually pretty decent. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing very well with that because they hired the right people. You know what I mean? They hired the right people who actually enjoy One Piece, and the actual actors in the One Piece series are fans of One Piece. So they're definitely going to take it seriously. So that's what you have to do. You need to hire the right person. That's what you have to do. And you shouldn't hire... Yes, you should get someone from maybe a Japanese studio, to be honest with you, in terms of live, because I've watched live action adaptations from the Japanese and they do it very well. They do it well. The show did almost everything right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are some people who can do some really good things. You just have to hire the right people. Don't hire because of the name, hire because of what they produce. Like, actually see what they can produce. And that's the problem with most studios, or most, people with the money who wants to hire these big, the corporations with the money. They just see big names, and they just Like that's all they see. They don't actually look at the accolades. They don't actually look at what these people can produce, or they don't actually look at their passion or what they're actually interested in, whether it's One Piece or DBZ, you know what I mean? Because someone who's actually very passionate about a certain fandom, they're gonna do it justice. They're not gonna fuck it up, you know? For example, Star Wars, right? What happened to Star Wars? Disney took over and they fucked Star Wars, bro. They messed up Star Wars. Star Wars was, man, Star Wars was the best. Like, my favorite Star Wars movie was the latest one, which was Episode 3, you know, Revenge of the Sith. That's my favorite movie of Star Wars. It's amazing. It's amazing. I think it still kind of holds up, to be honest with you. Still does well. People always harp on, you know, Anakin's, Hayden Christensen's acting as Anakin, but I think it's because they don't understand the character. I think that's just, like, he's a weird actor. But this is the genius of Hayden Christensen's acting. The way he was acting. Because picture this. A kid, the slave kid, Anakin, right? Imagine he's this very youthful, you know, kid. He's like very active and whatever. He now goes to it. The Jedi recruits him, and the Jedi, as they do with all the children, they shut down your emotions. So emotions bad. Don't show emotion, basically. So the way Hayden Christensen actually does that, George Lucas told him he should act. He's act like he's trying to hide his emotion, but showing emotion at the same time. So like you will see when Hayden Christensen acts, it's like you can tell it's like bad acting, but that's because he's acting. The character is acting himself to hide his emotions. So that's why the acting seems so weird with him, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Fighting choreography is phenomenal. The way Hayden handled so much and pulled much Anakin character is like it was supposed to be. Yeah, you know, he's Anakin. I can only see Hayden Christensen as Anakin, which is why, goddamn, if because now Kathleen Kennedy stepped down. They fired her ass. They were like, get the hell out of here. She's out. Kathleen Kennedy is out, and now Dave Filoni is taking over, I think. And he is like the apprentice of George Lucas, so he, you know, he might do well. He's done some questionable things in the past, but that's because I feel like the corporate people were on his neck. I feel like they were on his neck, and that's why he had to do all the woke shit, right? I think that's what it is. Yeah, the sequels are gonna be non-canon now. They're actually just burning all the sequels. They just throwing it in a big ass dumpster fire and setting it on. They're just letting it go. You know what I mean? And that is good news. That is amazing news. I am so happy. I hope Dave Filoni, you know, has learned from his errors, and he does very well in the future. That's all I can hope for. I hope he does well, man. I hope he brings Star Wars back, man, on some Star Wars shit. I hope he brings Star Wars back. That's all I hope for. Man. Because Star Wars is it's like Lord of the Rings. It's such a rich, lore-based franchise. You can do so much with it. The same way Dragon Ball Z is. The same way One Piece is. There's so much in between stuff that we haven't seen yet that you can make movies about, series about, spin-offs about. Like, it's such a big thing, man. One of the best moves. People said Kylo Ren carried Kylo Ren. One of my favorite characters of that sequel. They did him so dirty, man. Kylo Ren was actually a pretty decent character. I think just the people who did this choreography for the fight, though, they should just go fire them, because I feel like they wasted that character's potential. That was a good character. I actually liked Kylo Ren, and I wish Kylo Ren was actually the main character of the series. I think that would have that sequel sequel trilogy. I would have loved to see Kylo Ren as the main character. I would have loved that. Like, because remember, the first was it the first sequel? I mean the first three movies, right? First three movies obviously covers Anakin's rise and then fall. Then it covers the next three covers Luke, kind of going through his thing. So it would be cool if Kylo Ren was the main character, and now you start from the dark side and you go to the light rather than the light to the dark. You see it kind of like mirroring each other. I would have loved if they did it with Kylo Ren. Like, he starts in the dark side and then he like works his way to the light. That would have been a really cool series. You would have seen like because a lot of the time in the series, my favorite parts were when he kind of had this like inner fight within himself between the light and the dark, because he wanted to take this like dark side path, but he was conflicted with the light. Man, that would have been cool. Original Kylo Ren in the Legends comics was so much better. I'd rather have him with all the way. But Legends is non-canon too. Yeah, Legends is non-canon. But there's some cool Legends stuff. I would have loved if they adapted a lot of the Legends stuff as well. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just want them to do it justice, man. All I'm saying, if I was George Lucas, what I'm saying is, like, George Lucas himself, like, disassociated himself from the sequels. He was just like, nah, that ain't mine. He was just like, nah, this is not what I would have done. So yeah, man, that's fucking would have been cool. Hey, Moonkalf, welcome to the stream. Damn. But that would have been cool. One day. I just want to... I'll be watching while doing chores. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, now we're just talking about fandoms and how sometimes people just mess it up. Just see if I can mess up. See if I can just turn up the luminosity. These rocks are a bit sharp here. Can I just yeah, I gotta get back to actually and I'm starting to kind of get back. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and experimented with the 2D stuff in Blender, so I actually want to get back to that, because with Blender 5 out now, I'm not actually using Blender 5 right now, but I definitely want to dive into it a bit more, because there's so much new stuff that I get to test out now, and I haven't had the time to do that because work. And yeah, mostly just work, because I have this new project with work where we're building our own characters and stuff, so yeah, that's taking up most of my time. And then if you guys have seen at the beginning of the stream, there was a little trailer of African Saga, which is a comic that one of my homies are doing, and they actually hit me up and wanted me to make that trailer for them. Yeah, so they commissioned me to do that trailer for them, and yeah, I understand. Yeah, things get busy, crazy busy. But yeah, I mean, this comic, hopefully I'll be finishing up season 1 with this comic, and then actually I'll be finishing up season 1 soon actually. And then we can get back to the Merchant of Ignatius. Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to getting back to the Merchant of Ignatius. I can't even remember. Finally, the Holy Grail. Yeah, I can't even remember where last I left off. I have to reread my comic. I have to reread it. And see where I last left off actually. Because yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time without you, my friends. By the way, whose music is this? God damn, this theme go hard. Sea Viper? Damn. I never heard her theme before. Crazy. Peak singing. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, but yeah, the Merchant of Ignatius. I'm planning to do also. If you've seen the trailer, I don't think you guys have seen the trailer in the beginning, but I'm planning to release my comics on my YouTube channel as well. I'm planning to do that because it's just gonna be, I think, much more beneficial for my channel as well as getting eyes on my work. I have like over 1,000 subs. I feel like it's just gonna be much better to produce it on here. So the way I'm gonna do that is with motion comics and voice actors. Of course, I have some voice actors that will help voice act the characters for me, and then I'll put it up here. So that's gonna be pretty cool. AI has come a long way. Like, you can AI some voice actors, right? It's not good because the free stuff is not good. But if you pay for the premium AI voice actors, you get some good stuff, okay? Unfortunately, I don't know how expensive it is, but hopefully I have enough money for that. Or I'm gonna actually look up some voice actors that will actually voice act stuff for me. I have friends who would do it for me as well, I know that, but having to work on their time schedule and my time schedule, it wouldn't be fair to them because my time schedule is gonna be crazy. I got a voice acting role for the first time recently. Oh, nice. Well, if you're interested, Mooncalf, I don't mind actually you voice acting some of my characters. I can get all that. I'll need all the help I can get. I don't really mind. I might eat you up with some voice acting later or whenever. I know Jess, homie Jess. She normally does voice acting for me. She did it in my last thing I did. I can myself do some voices. You know, I can do, well, not some voices. I'll probably pick a character, do their voice. I'm most likely gonna do the merchant's voice because I feel like I know how he's going to sound. You know, he has this very serious tone and he speaks like this very monotone, you know, monotone type of talking way. So I feel like I'll know how to do that. Other than the 2 lines I have zero experience. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. My friend Jess, 0 experience. She killed it. She killed it. Okay. Also, I have a shitty mic. Shitty mics. I don't mind shitty mics. Um, I can always master your voice. I can basically just take your voice and just, you know, adjust some slides and whatever, and I can turn your pitch up and whatever I need to do. I can clean it up basically is what I'm saying. So I don't really mind if you have a bit of a weak mic, a bit of a shitty mic. I can actually tune that shit up. You know what I mean? That's no problem. So yeah, we'll see. Cause my homie, he has some voice actors that's doing the voice acting for, because he commissioned me. He commissioned me to do basically motion comics for his YouTube channel as well. So he has some voice actors that I can use. I don't know if they're gonna do it for free. Hopefully they don't mind, or I might have to pay them. We'll see. I don't mind paying them. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just caught up. I'm just looking at the voice actors. But yeah, I think I have a few voice actors I can use there, so I ain't too worried about that. That's pretty cool. And always I can use AI. Good luck with finding voice actors. I'd be happy to help you too. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind. I got as many voice actors as I can get. The Merchant of Ignitures. How much voices are there, to be honest with you? It's like, there's a few voices there. The Merchant, Flavera. The first guy fights the demon chick lady. That Flavera, but I feel like she will just use Flavera's voice. So that's technically one voice. There's that guy. How much people is the Merchant? He fights one guy, beats his ass. And I think there's two other guys, and then one other guy shows up. So definitely like seven-ish voices, 8 voices. I think that'll be fine. Flavera is definitely the only woman in season 1. Yeah, there's not a lot of people. I was pretty smart on how I handled the series, because it takes place in an apocalyptic world, like apocalyptic fantasy world. So the whole world went to shit, basically. There's not a lot of people alive. So there's only 8 people so far in the series. So that's pretty cool. I don't have to worry too much about having too much characters. That sounds really interesting though. A few impressions too. I do a few impressions too. Less voices, yeah. So, I mean, I was pretty smart on that. But then there's like comics like GXT, the one I'm currently working on, where there's gonna be like lots of voices. So, hopefully, I can get a membership to that AI, the AI site that does the voices. Hopefully I can, because yeah, that'll actually be helpful. And you guys want to see the site that I'm going to use, let me show you guys actually this site. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. I should actually look out for more sites. AI has come quite a bit. There's still certain ways they express their voice that just doesn't sound right. They're still kind of getting the hang of it, but overall there's a whole library of voices here you can use. This is just the default voices. I don't know how much easier, but the default ones are free. Alright. And then they have voice changes as well. So I can act out the voice, like with my voice, I can act it out, put it in here, and then transform it into one of these voices, which is something I haven't tested out yet. I'm probably gonna test it out. So there is female and male voices here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see if I can. Right? So if I voice act, put my voice in here, basically voice changes it to one of these voices. So then I'm gonna have multiple voices basically. I'm gonna see if that's gonna work first, you know what I mean? If that works, I don't need no voice actor. I can literally be my own voice actor and have multiple different voices that I will change into. You can usually tell if it's AI though. You can, but the newer professional AI voices samples from actual voice actors. So if you have a professional license, it's pretty hard to tell, especially if you work with the AI and you know like how to utilize it. You can get it very close to a normal person's voice. You can. There's still some inflections and stuff that will be off, but you can get it very close, and that's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for award-winning Morgan Freeman, you know, like not looking for like world-class anime voice acting. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for decent enough. I'm not a fan of generated AI. You don't have to be, but AI is here, you know, and I mean, AI is just a tool. It's just a tool. It depends on how you use it. Generative AI, if you mean just clicking a button and say it's yours, that type of AI shit, I don't really like that shit, because obviously there's obvious reasons why. It's just dumb. But if you utilize the AI how it's supposed to be utilized, like an artist, right? If you actually put the effort in, you actually utilize it how you're supposed to utilize it, you can actually do some pretty cool stuff with it, you know? Yeah, but generative AI is also bad for the environment. It depends on the environment. For me, generative AI is, like I said, it's just a tool. That's how you use it. And here's the thing, like, if you just doing generic AI shit, just AI slop, anyone can tell it's AI slop, it's boring, it's dull. We can all tell it's AI, right? But if you actually utilize it pretty well, you know? But usually AI isn't, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, usually AI isn't, because a lot of the people using AI don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They're not artists. They're not actual people who does this what I'm doing. You know, they're not actually people who's been through the processes. They're just hitting buttons, hoping to create art. They're not actually sitting down, learning. You know what I mean? They're just doing the stuff. So that's why you can tell it's generic AI slop. You know what I mean? You can tell it's bad. This is garbage. But if you actually are an artist, you know how, you know, to go through the processes, you know how things work. You work with the AI, you and the AI will get better, and you know, it will kind of the symbiotic relationship. I got into an argument somewhere on YouTube comment section. Oh, you shouldn't do that, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about either. You should never get into an argument with someone in the comment section. I've learned. But normally, there's a few arguments I've gotten, few arguments that I've done in the comment section. I normally shut that shit down, because it's so easy to win a point on them. So, I mean, I don't mind arguing in the comment section, because I know in 3 or 4 lines I'll probably win the argument. I love arguments though, it helps me with my debating skills. Same. I do like arguments. I do like arguing. Why the fuck is this though deleting this though? Let's see what's happening here. It's like erasing the shit. Hold on. But yeah, it's just like, I was also kind of apprehensive with AI, but I realized, you know, my head of animation department actually showed me the light. He was like, look, this is how you're actually supposed to use the AI. He kind of showed me like, this is how you're supposed to actually use it. Whatever everyone else is doing is just, it's dumb stuff. Don't even worry about it. They just smashing buttons, hoping to create art, whereas this is how you actually create art with the AI, and synergy, and how you actually work with the AI. because the AI still needs a director at the end of the day. It still needs your input. You need to actually work with the AI. Like it took my boss, my boss, my HOD, my head of animation department. He's actually really well, like he's very tech savvy in terms of like working with AI. He's been deep into the AI roots. He's created entire systems and stuff. It's really cool actually. I wish I could do it, but I'm dumb. So so I can't get as technical as he gets, but but he actually does a really good job, and I'm amazed at like the stuff he pulls off with AI. But it takes a lot of work if you actually want to create something good. It takes a lot of work with AI. Like you actually have to, create the entire database for what you want to create. Let's say you want to create, and also to create consistency. If you're making multiple animated videos with the same character, like, oh my god, it's a whole fucking mission, man. Whole mission. I've seen the workings of it. It's crazy. And I wish I could do that kind of stuff, but man, my technical skill ain't there. I'll rather just draw it or model it in 3D, or like I'll do it. I'm more of a hands-on, like I'll do it myself, even though it take longer, or I wouldn't actually say it takes longer. With AI, it can get a bit crazy, because AI is basically the way you run the AI. It's like running a simulation, like a 3D simulation. I don't know if you guys have ever run like a 3D simulation. It's like there's certain variables you got to input, and as soon as you hit, you're baking out the simulation, shit happens, right? And there's certain things you can't account for, and it's like those things you can't really fix like in the simulation. So you actually have to go out the simulation, take it into a program, iron out some of the kinks, and you gotta clean it up and stuff. So like it gets crazy. Oh, my coffee. Holy, my coffee's ice cold. Holy crap. Damn. I have iced coffee now, guys. AI should be used for things like helping medical workers, or mundane like sorting potatoes, not stealing human skill creativity. Not the iced coffee help. Yeah. I don't think AI will take our jobs, guys. I honestly don't think it won't. Because you have to remember, AI is only an imitation of a human. That's all it can do. It can only imitate what we can do, because that's how we program it, right? It can't be a better human than a human, because it doesn't know what the actual human is. It only knows what the human does. Like on a anatomy, like at atomical level, it knows what a human is biologically, but it doesn't know the human self, like the actual human, the soul, you know what I mean, the mind. It can't actually comprehend that shit. It can't figure that shit out, because we can't even figure that shit out, and we're the one programming these things. So if we dumb, this thing's gonna be just as dumb as we are. It's gonna be an efficient dumb thing. Big companies are investing way too much money into it. Yeah, I would say that. I would say they're investing a lot of money into. I think investing in AI is actually not that bad. Like it should actually be invested in terms of its uses, because it can get rid of so much mundane shit. You know what I mean? So much tedious shit. Like my HOD, like I told you about, he has created a system on his computer for organizing his files, for like all the tedious dumb shit. Not dumb shit, but like boring shit that we don't want to do. He has created a whole system like that on his computer, right? So he can just create shit, and then he pumps it to the AI and says, do this with it, and it just does that with it. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't really have to, do all the tedious shit of, take this, put it in a file, rename it, I'll put it here in this format, that, like all the boarding stuff, right? He has like a whole system created that just removes all that tedious stuff. Now, unfortunately, AI is not at a point where it can do that for all of us. Like, you actually have to create the system yourself. It's, yeah. It's still limited. Like, there's not a lot of stuff you can do with it at the moment. It still has to grow. There still has to be testing done. People have to run, people have to run a bunch of tests on it, theories, whatever. Why does this erase this, by the way? I don't get it. But it is. As soon as oh wait, maybe. I don't know why it does it. I don't know why. But it does anyway. Yeah, I'm just testing some stuff out. Anyway, goddamn, it's been 10 o'clock already. I've been just talking shit the whole time. Explosion. I need an explosion. Explosion. See, that's what I'm doing right now, searching for explosions. AI can do this for me. Like this, I'm literally searching for explosions, yeah. And AI could have done it for me. Kind of want an explosion that's like going to the side. I think this one. I think this one will work. See, that's what I'm doing, searching for images, which I'm going to basically photo bash into the shot. Kind of that's what AI does, you know. So it's just AI is just doing what I'm doing, but obviously just taking this tedious step of searching out of it. Big companies are going to pop the bubble too. Look what happens to OpenAI. It's down with 16 billion in its investment, and what else it was shut down. Yeah, no. I think people are investing too much into it. Like, there's only a certain amount of research that you need for it. Like, you don't need to. People are harping too much onto it. I feel like they're getting. It's like this. But it's definitely gonna go. It's gonna teeter down a bit. Like, I feel like it has this big explosion, like AI everywhere. You know what I mean? And then it's gonna get to a point where AI's, you're just gonna see a whole lot of generic AI shit, right? AI this, AI that, just generic shit everywhere. No one's gonna pay attention to the generic shit. And then there's gonna be breakthroughs in between that certain people are gonna do. You're gonna break through here, break through there. And those breakthroughs are going to lead to the advancement of where we're going to be with AI. You know what I mean? That's just what's going to happen. And so that's why I don't fear AI. Look, if you're scared of AI, it's because you're not as good as the AI. It's just as simply as put. I'm just going to be truthful with you. It's just people fear the AI because they fear that they can't be as good as the AI. But like I said, like there's something in a human that an AI won't be able to replicate. You know what I mean? There's just something there. We can tell when something is off. We have that sense about us, right? And the AI can only deal with ones and zeros. It can just tell you what's wrong and right. You know what I mean? Like, the human has something that the AI can't replicate. You just have to harness that shit. You just got to get that shit, harness it, and use that to improve yourself. You know what I mean? Whether it's art or whatever, use that aspect to improve your art, whatever it is. It's just uncanny, yeah. You know what happened to me? I was going through Instagram. There's entire Instagram pages of AI people. These people don't exist, but they have Instagram pages, and people are being fooled. Okay, they're being fooled, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the guys. It's mostly guys. Because they see this AI chick with fat titties, and they mesmerized, and they get lost in the AI source, right? All these like comment sections are filled with gooners, bro. Just people gooning over this AI chick. They think she's real. They're trying to get her number. I can clearly see this is AI. She's not real, guys. I'm like in the comment section, like warning people, like, guys, this is not real. You falling for the AI trap. They're honey trapping people out there. I was like, guys, don't fall for it, please. And they're like, nah. And they like in denial. They're like, nah, she's real. Like she hit me up and all. I'm like, bro, it's probably like a fat guy on the other side of that fucking Instagram page. Fat guy with Cheeto stains on his shirt, just like titties out. You know what I mean? His fat man titties, got jowls and shit with his balding head, messaging me. Like, what the hell? You trust that AI bitch? God damn. Don't trust her. She's not real, okay? I hate to break it to you. She's not real. It's all a lie. It's all a lie, my guy. God damn. It's all a lie, my guy. Don't fall for that shit. But you know, they all in denial. They calling me, what do they call me? They say, nah, you just an unk. I don't know what they... They said I'm just an old ass unk. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, guys, nah, serious guys. It's AI. I'm an animator, guys. Listen here, I've trained my eyes. I'm an animator, I'm a video editor. I've trained my eyes to see the shit. Okay, I know what's AI. Nah, you're coping. Like, god damn it, guys. Guys. I tried to save them. You know, they're too lost. And this is how you, if you want to know, there's a Corridor Crew video on YouTube. Corridor Crew. They did a whole video on how to actually analyze AI videos and figure out whether they're AI or not. And so that's how I know how to analyze these videos now. So I suggest you check out that video. They really went in depth on that. And basically what they did was they brought their old ass moms in and they taught their moms how to spot that shit. That was cool. That was pretty cool. And yeah, it's all in the, but even when I didn't even have to do all that analyzing shit. As soon as I scrolled and that lady, that chick with the fat ass titties popped up on my screen, I realized she's AI. I just knew it. Like my brain immediately clicked, this is AI. This chick is AI. She's not real. It's just the way her face moved that I was like, there's no way. There's no way she's real. Whose face moves like that? I was teaching my brother how to fold clothes. God damn, man doesn't even know how to fold his own clothes. Hey man. I mean, I'm at this age. I probably still can't fold clothes properly, man. Take it easy on it, brother. It's like origami. Well, is he folding his clothes into origami? That's not the way to do it. I mean, that's cool. And if it works for him, I mean... He's watching right now. Okay. Maybe he should fold it into Lego pieces and then block it into each other and then put it in his cupboard. Maybe that will work maybe for him, you know what I mean? That's a pretty cool strat, I ain't gonna lie. If you block it up like Lego, man. He wants to have a word with me? God damn. What? What did I do? Is it because of the He's angry? Did he get fooled by the AI chicks? Don't get fooled by the AI chicks, man. Gotta leave it. You gotta dodge the AI chicks, man. Gotta watch out for these AI pages. Why can't I? Oh, that's why you do this thing. Shit. Thought I was in Photoshop. sure I was in Photoshop. I'm also planning to do like a Webtoon artist play. No, not playlist. What's a tier list? Artist tier list. I think that's what I'm planning to do. He's mad because he can't fold clothes, probably. Hey man, you shouldn't be mad about folding clothes, bro. You know, at this point in my life, I can't even fold clothes properly. I ain't gonna lie with you. Okay, I make a square. I just try to make things square. That's what I fold it, and it just has to be square, and it goes in my cupboard. That's all it has to be. As long as it's square or rectangle. Sometimes rectangle. It depends what you fold. Clothes. It's either a shirt or pants. You gotta go with one of those. Shirt or pants. You know what I mean? You gotta pick your shapes. You can go triangle if you're really crazy. But triangle's pretty good. You know, triangle you can turn it into a triangle. You know, I mean a rectangle. You know. And that's actually a pretty good strat. I'm gonna try and fold my clothes in triangles. Damn. Didn't think about it. That's actually a pretty good idea. Triangles, you can fit it in nicely in the corners of the cup. Yeah, you know. Take a note. I'm taking note of that. That's a good idea. Holy shit. I coined that shit now. If anyone tells you they're the first one who came up with folding their clothes in triangles, they liars. Okay, that's my shit. Okay. Your mom has a very specific way of folding clothes. Well, man, if it's your clothes, you fold it however you want. You know, you want to fold it triangles, man. God damn, I fold my clothes however I want, as long as it fits in my cupboard. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? It's my cupboard. You know what I mean? I fold it however I want, as long as it looks neat, presentable. You know, because when you have your like significant other over, when you have, I don't know, girlfriend, boyfriend over, you know, you want them to not throw up when they walk into your room. So you gotta make that shit look presentable, you know. That's what you gotta do. You see the shit what I'm doing here? AI can definitely do this, you know what I mean? I basically did the hard way. Or actually going onto the internet, finding this image, basically photo bashing it on here. So yeah, let me see. I want it to be kind of like a bluish color. Only around certain areas. I just want a little blue in there. Yeah, like that. And then just erase. Yeah, there you go. Just want to erase. Yeah. Anyways, I have to go to bed. No problem. Enjoy. Bye bye. See you again. Okay, let me see here. Maybe I can turn down the density. Yeah. I only want a little blue. Just a little blue, basically. Not too much. Still have to light this baby up. There we go. Copy that. But yeah, man, AI's come pretty, man. AI's been doing pretty good, man. And I'm actually happy for some aspects of AI, like how far it's come and you know what's happening with it. At least the stuff that I'm working with. I don't know how everyone else's experience is with AI. I've had a pretty positive experience with AI. I haven't had any negative shit, you know, besides fake ass woman popping up in my Insta. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't think I've had any crazy shit with AI. That seems pretty tame. I don't see any problem with it, to be honest with you. I feel like most people have a problem with AI stuff is because, you know, they fell for it. That's all it is. They fell for the AI nonsense, and unfortunately, you know, that is unfortunate, but hey, man, sometimes it just gets your ass, and that's more so on the people who fell for it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you can blame it. You can't really blame. Here's the thing that I realize as well. You can't really blame AI because it's not AI's fault. It's not an actual thing, guys. Like, you should blame the people. You can't even blame the people who came up with AI, you know, because AI is just artificial intelligence, which is, we've had it for so long already. Before this whole AI boom, we've had it before. We have had it before. Just automated shit in apps and stuff that we've had it before. Like, I don't know. People are acting like, you know, just because they saw the Terminator movie, they know what the fuck AI is doing, you know? You have no idea what AI is doing. You have no clue what AI is. And if you say you do, I don't know. You might have a general idea of it, but what it is and what's happening with it, not a lot of us know. The people who haven't made the thing don't even know, you know? Ooh, that's good. Yeah, a bit of that. Let's do a bit of glow. Yeah, it can work. Ain't too mad at that. That's fine. Ooh, this is a long ass panel. God damn, what's going in here? Is my rough drawing. Ooh. Damn, so we need to get that view now. It's flying out here. Well, that's gonna be a cool shot, actually. So he's flying out of this house. Damn, but I'm gonna have to cover this spot unless Unless I angle it somehow. Can I angle it like this, maybe? Oh, maybe I can get away with it. What's this look like? I'm gonna have to clear this up though. Ooh, I forgot the trees. Ah, shit. I forgot the trees. And there's supposed to be trees here. Let me just double check. Yeah, supposed to be trees. Shit. Forgot about the trees. There's my tree brush. I think the trees will just kind of get in the way, you know? Yeah, it'll just kind of get in the way, yeah. Maybe we can do like... I think it's fine. It's more clear without the trees. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Get away with it actually. I feel like it won't be clear if the trees are there. Gonna have to populate this with trees though. It's fine. Never done like background with so much greenery before though. But it does help to have 3D references of it because just of the placement and the spacing actually. It doesn't even have to be like a full-on 3D thing. It just needs to be good enough so I can edit it. You know, match it up with the art, you know. Stops over here. Yeah. Let's clear up this BG a bit. Yeah, but I'm so glad to see where things are going, man, for the future. I feel like art-wise, there's a lot happening, and there's this like my HFD says, there's this intelligence explosion happening in terms of the AI stuff, and I have to agree. It's actually pretty cool, and I don't see it as a problem, really. You know, Maybe it's just me. I see it more beneficial than a problem, to be honest with you. For me at least, and for people, it's actually not that beneficial. If you think about it for corporations, I think for corporations, the AI stuff ain't actually that beneficial for them. But for solo artists, man, for people who are like one-man studios, for small studios as well, not even just, you know, I feel like, man, this is actually like really good. Like, I don't know how the corporations are gonna deal with it though. The only way they can is probably like hire less people, I guess. But those people are gonna move on to do their own things if they're really passionate about what they are want to do. So I think what's gonna happen with this AI shit is just gonna weed out the weak. The ones who are at work just not doing or pushing for their utmost like best, you know. And I think those guys are gonna get weeded out. Unfortunately, they're gonna get weeded out, and yeah, man, they're just gonna get weeded out, and AI is gonna, you know, take their jobs because they don't want to put in the work. That's all it is. That's all it is. Oh, I can actually. Tres. Let's go lighter, maroon. Chalk on the sides here. Darker. Okay, there we go. One more. Change actually the size of these. Let's populate this with threes. There we go. These aren't looking too bad. Thought they wouldn't look as good, but I feel like if I just blend them in a bit, I think they will be pretty good. Go. So just have to blend them in a bit more. Nice. Keep it simple. I think I actually want to make this board just gray. It's like the training ground area. Keep this spot kind of like grayish. I'm gonna add a bit of texture to that. So too bad. Just have to so remember it is kind of like night-ish, so I think maybe we should have a bit of like shadow layer. A shadow. You can have night. This is like a dark. Obviously, this is in the forest. This is gonna be kind of dark. Be kind of dark. Kind of dark. Just sort of more, yeah. Let's lighten the parts we want up a bit more. I'll just keep it a bit darker. Yeah. Just get a cement texture. Maybe something like this. Yeah. Why does it do that? Like it reveals what's behind you. Weird. It's probably it's got because of the mask, huh? It's weird. I never did that before. Explosion. Hold on. There we go. Oh. Oh, this stuff. So we just need a purple. Last layer. I'll probably touch up this a bit more. But for now, I think this is cool. Got basically the background done for now. Let's start with the character. I'm probably gonna head off now though, guys. And that's it for tonight for me. Well, we did a lot, talked about a lot. Yeah. Oh, it's a good way to start a stream. I'm definitely gonna try that shorts format that they're speaking about there. I'm interested to see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. Nice to be back, finally back on it again. And yeah, by the time you see me, oh shit, actually, you might see me again this weekend, maybe, probably a Friday. But the following week, I won't be here, be in Turkey. So yeah, I won't be here, guys, at all. So yeah, maybe I do some live streams in Turkey. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for joining. And I'll probably head out. Let me see. Yep, end screen. There we are. Man. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I forgot to say. I'm going to do a artist like tier list for all the artists that I've worked with and that inspire me. I'm gonna do a tier list of them. I feel like that's gonna be a really interesting video because Yeah, that'll be yeah, interesting. Maybe your favorite artist might get put in a tier that you don't expect. So yeah, that'll be a fun video to make. I know there'll be a lot of people on my ass for that video, but I feel like it'll be a fun video to make, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Also, webcomic roasts are back, so I still have that list that I gotta finish of all those Webtoon comics I gotta roast. Still gonna be looking at it, still gonna be doing that. So yeah, that I'm gonna be hitting hard because Ramadan is coming up, so the month of fast is coming up. You know, in that month I don't post anything, I don't stream nothing. So I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't post. I don't do streams in that month, but I'm still planning to do like actual videos. So I might actually pre-record something and then put out in that month. So yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. And that way, you guys have still fresh content to go look at. And yeah, appreciate you guys for joining. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye everyone. Bye.